All right, let's talk about some women who rock. My dog is on the table. What can you do? Before we get into this update, I am going to ask you to please do all of the things. You know what they are. That threw me off completely. I I've got nothing. She just does what she wants, apparently. All right, so the Women Who Rock project uses the hashtag Women Who Rock PP. It started August 26th of 2022, will run till August 26th of 2023 because that is Women's Equality Day. This is a project that was created by Cece, who is the diva next door, my friend Kim, who is Teacher Loves Beauty, my friend Ruth, who is my favorite Irish Rose. Cece's the only one I don't actually know a little bit, but I do enjoy the stuff that she's done. She's done some videos, and I'm pretty sure she's on Instagram too. I'm not 100% certain. Sorry, Cece, I don't actually remember. Anyway, so the rules with this were, yeah, go for it. That was the rule. Go for it. They didn't care if we did it roulette style. They didn't care if we brought everything in at once. They don't care if we set usage goals or if we do completion goals. It is really all about however we choose to approach the project. Now, this was done in collab with the Fantastic Ladies group on Facebook. I will have everybody linked in the description box as always. And my computer is acting up. Alrighty. I have completed several of these prompts, so we're going to talk about the ones that still remain. I have the Spice Girls, a product you really, really, really want to pan. For that, I have in what is left of my NARS. This is the Velvet Gloss Lip Pencil in New Lover. That's it. That's all we got left, you guys. It's getting down there. That's the color. I absolutely positively love this stuff. My goal obviously on that was to finish. We have a new line. A baby line, but a line nonetheless. So there you go. We actually got to make a mark. Yay. The next thing I have is in for Rachel Platten for Fight Song. This is a product you have to fight to open, have to fight to use up. And for me, that is lip gloss. So I brought in, good Lord, I don't know if I'm not supposed to be filming tonight or what the deal is. Between the ambulances, the dogs, the computer, we're just having a day. All right, so I have to fight to use up lip gloss at all times. This is Rare Beauty, so it's a Selena Gomez brand item. It is their gloss in Nearly Mauve. I do have it on today. I do actually like this. Okay, I probably shouldn't have put on more because now it's starting to feel a little thick. But my goal was hopefully to use this up. And this was part of a duo that had a lipstick, which I have finished. And so I do not think this is the full size. It's a little bit hard to get the color here, but yeah, you can see it. It's just a nice pinky mauve gloss. Until you put on a second coat, that got a little bit thick, but it is fairly light, fairly weightless. And all in all, I enjoy it. So I am working on it still. We started originally at 27.2 grams. We're at 26.6. Do you see why this is an object I have to fight to use up? Yeah, they don't go quick for me. All right. Too much gloss. Next, I have Anne Frank, something that makes you feel brave. So this was the whole train of thought type of product that I brought in. I picked the BK Beauty lipstick in Self Love. Because if you have love for yourself and you're confident in who you are, then you will be brave and you will step outside of your comfort zone. I brought this in for 5 uses. I am having a problem with the BK Beauty lipsticks. They smell like Play-Doh. They don't smell like rancid crayon, but they don't smell right. And basically what I had decided was that I was going to get my uses, and then I'm going to dump this one too because I am not going to reach for it knowing that it has that smell, which is a bummer because quite frankly, it's full, you guys. Well, not full, but there's quite a bit of product left and the entire collection is getting dumped, which is a drag. So I got my 5 uses, finally got my 5th one because I was always waiting on, and this is going into the garbage. But it is a completed prompt, so we have got that going for us today. It's always nice when something works out. All right, so that's coming out. All right, then the next thing I have for Harriet Tubman, a bomb, So Black-owned makeup brand. I went with Mented. This is their pink liner, pink lip pencil, whatever it's called. This is not bad, but it's a very dusty color on me, so it has a little bit of a brownish pull. Don't love it. It's okay. It's not horrible, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. Will I keep using it? Absolutely. We have a new line, very, very small line from September to March. That is not a lot of usage. I kind of need to kick this one into gear. I went a little crazy with some of these things thinking I was going to get some stuff done. For 19, we have Serena Williams. The quote for Serena is, "I don't like to lose at anything. Yet I've grown most not from victories, but setbacks." So this is a product that you learn to love. For me, it's anything to do with the eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows. We're getting down to the tail end of this. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's in, what is this? Taupe is the shade. And I'm not getting a ton of product, but we're starting to get that goopy stuff on the end. Oh, look at Lucy. She's got her, okay, wait, this way. She curled her little self up. Oh, and there's Emmy too. We got both of them. Yay. All right, so this is just staying into finish, and that's an indeterminate amount of time. I don't know how much longer this is going to hold out. So I'm hoping that it's just going to make it for a couple more weeks so that I can finish it off while I'm here and then start something new when I get back home. But we have used it 19 additional times since the last update. So not horrible, not horrible. All right, then we've got, hold on, we got to make a new line here. I got to keep track of these things. So this thing has been going on since October. That's not bad. All right, next we have Marie Curie. Marie Curie, not Curry. Wrong person. The quote here is, "I am one of those who think, like Nobel, that humanity will draw more from good than evil from new discovery." Well, geez, I'm massacring that quote. I am one of those who think, like Nobel, that humanity will draw more good than evil from new discoveries. This is what happens when I record after work, or after I'm done doing stuff all day. Never mind. It's irrelevant. Anyway, for that I had brought in the Looksy single, Stormy Morning, because Kim helped me out with my looksies. And I brought this gorgeous purple in for 10 uses. And believe it or not, it looks blue to you guys, but it is purple. It's very pretty, very shiny. I've hit my 10 uses. So I have another rollout. I'm kind of excited. We're getting down there where there's not a whole lot left. So getting some of these things done is kind of fun. All right, then the last thing was I was so impacted by Christine McVie's death that I did bring in turtle doves for her based on her song Songbird. And I'm Sydney Gray's Turtle Doves, the single. And I put this in for 10 uses and I'm at 7. So we've only got a couple more on this. This is a gorgeous kind of champagne, shiny, beautiful shadow. So that one only has 3 more, and then that will be completed also. And that was just, like I said, a personal thing, just simply because of how I was impacted. That is everything that I have for the project, but you know I'm going to give you a music moment, and that's probably going to take longer than the project. Let's hope I don't stumble over this as much as I have everything else today. So in a sense, I am bringing in a person, but in a sense, I am bringing in a song for this, for Women Who Rock. I want to bring in the song You Don't Own Me. This is a song, while not written by, but was recorded by Leslie Gore. In 1963, it is off of her second studio album. She was 17. And from interviews that I've heard with Leslie Gore, and I was fortunate enough to actually see her perform live before she passed away, she was a very feisty little thing. She was a tiny little petite redhead, stunning woman. Great voice. A lot of people know her from It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To. But she actually didn't love portraying that. She didn't love a lot of the status quo that was going on in 1963. This song, much like Helen Reddy's I Am Woman, became very anthemic, and it was very much, I am not just an object, I am my own entity. Don't treat me like arm candy, basically, that I have my own value, treat me well all the time. And that was very different than a lot of the other music that she was putting out. Now, keep in mind, like I said, she was not the songwriter, but she had a deal. So she worked a lot with John Madera and David White. They're the ones who wrote this. This is out of Philadelphia. And she had said that for every couple songs she had to do that were kind of the, yes, I'm the young teenage girl, and yes, boys are just the way they are. Because there's a song called That's How Boys Are, you know. So there was a lot of the double standard BS that was going on. And she said that every once in a while she just couldn't take it and wanted to have a fight back song. So Judy's Turn to Cry was kind of a fight back song, not as much as this one was. This one made waves, big time. And it became, okay, so it was the second most successful recording for Leslie Gore and her last top 10 single. On November 27th, 2016, along with 24 other songs, the song You Don't Own Me was announced as being inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. So not Leslie Gore herself, but the song itself was. Now, they're saying that it's shocking for 63 for its anti-patriarchal stance, showing the power of a woman to deny the wishes of a man. I think it's more about, hey, I'm a person too. I get more of that from it. I have loved this song forever. I have always been fascinated by Leslie Gore. And that is the reason that I know I've listened to different interviews and knew about her feisty attitude. Weird off-topic tangent, crazy train. Leslie Gore's brother is Michael Gore. Michael Gore is also a songwriter. He did some of the music for the movie Fame. If you're old enough to know Fame, you know Irene Cara had a hit from that. There is a song that Irene Cara performs in the movie called Out Here on My Own. It's beautiful. And Leslie Gore, because her brother had written it, did perform that live later in her life when she was doing, it was one of those combo acts where you get all these different oldies, 50s and 60s review type of things. So her singing that song is very, very beautiful too. Has nothing to do with this song. Just kind of throwing that out there for you. So to get back on track. The reason that I am not bringing in just Leslie Gore, despite the fact that I admire her greatly, just for everything that she went through, everything she put up with, it was not easy in the 60s to be a teenage girl and have hit after hit. She did have several. She put out several albums. She very much had to toe the line, which was not in line with her personality. She had to play along with the music industry and the music machine, as it were, as it existed back in that day. But this song was also, and this, now if you go look up who's covered this song, you're going to find the next one I'm going to talk about, but the one that they don't necessarily tell you about is Joan Jett. Now, we will probably at some point talk a little bit more about Joan Jett, Lita Ford, Cherie Currie, the Runaways in general, because what they did was pretty groundbreaking for back in the day, and they also all started as teenagers. Different decade, but still. So this is a song that Joan Jett does a really good version of, and it's from way back. You know, she's still out there performing too. I don't know if she's got any new releases or not, but I love her version of this and always have. Then, most recently, and this is the one you will find out there, there is a singer named Grace. I actually first saw her on an episode of NCIS New Orleans. Scott Bakula's character Dwayne has a bar, so there's certain points where you'll see different clips of people performing on stage. Grace was one of the people in one of the shows, one of the episodes, that was the performer. So you kind of get clips of her doing it. She had a huge hit with You Don't Own Me. She redid this. If you want to find her YouTube channel, I think it's under Say Grace. I do follow her. But you will find this song, and she did it as a mix. And so I don't screw up who she did it with because, quite frankly, I probably will. Okay, yeah. Criticism, blah, blah, blah. Let's get down to where we talk about Grace, shall we? Because there's an entire section, if you go look this up, on Grace. Okay, featuring G-Eazy. Not an area of music with which I am very, very familiar as far as keeping track of who all of the different people are. The problem that I have, and it's a small one because it's something that makes me sad. She did this. She does a beautiful version. I'm going to link Leslie Gore's version, Joan Jett's version, and Grace's version with G-Eazy down there in the description box for your listening pleasure. The thing that makes me sad is that this came out a month after Leslie Gore died. And it's the part that makes me sad about it is that Quincy Jones produced both Leslie Gore's and Grace's version all these years apart. He was the one who told her about Leslie Gore and about who she was and what she was like. Grace started to learn more and more about her and actually holds her up as a feminist ideal and a role model also, which is really, really, really awesome that from 63 to 2015, that kind of influence exists. So unfortunately, I don't know if Leslie Gore ever got to hear Grace's version of it. That's the part that's a bummer for me. That's the only downside I got going on here, you guys. And then should I like actually go back and focus on the fact that it was Quincy Jones? I mean, anybody who knows music knows this name, and that he was the one who produced the same song multiple decades apart. I mean, that's pretty awesome in and of itself too. So I want to say that Grace had a chart-topping hit with it too. Yes, she had it peak on the ARIA charts, and she is Australian, so that is where that comes from. It is it is incredibly good. It has been featured in so many things, and for all of you who are really young, this song was featured in the opening of Riverdale's 8th episode in 2017. Yeah, that one I had to look up because quite frankly, I wouldn't have known that off the top of my head. This thing is charted and peaked all over, multiple decades. Obviously, the song was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, so, we've got something great going on here. As far as the people that they talk about with other notable covers, Kristen Chenoweth did it with Ariana Grande for the Girls. And there is a scene in the First Wives Club, the movie, where you've got Diane Keaton, Bette Midler, and Goldie Hawn singing it, which is a cute scene. And then the only one to me that is actually like seriously important is Dusty Springfield. She covered this way back in the day. Her 1964 album, A Girl Called Dusty. We will be talking about Dusty Springfield at some point because she's another one of those people that is, to me, heroic musically. So that is what I have got for you for today's music moment. The song You Don't Own Me. Take a listen to it, listen to the lyrics, think about the time frame it came from and what it is actually saying. Like I said, to me, it means something a little bit different than what the critics are saying it means. But I also tend to take a lot of these things a touch more personally. Just a me thing. I relate to music, so it's how it impacts me, and what I hear is kind of what I give you guys, despite whatever those in the know might say. All right, all three versions in the description box for you. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and if you're looking for something just really light and fun, check out some more of Leslie Gore's stuff. If you want nothing but feel good, go listen to Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows. It's quirky, cheesy, campy, and feel good. So there you go. If you don't know your Joan Jett, we'll talk about her at some point too. And as for Grace, I don't know a lot of her other stuff. I've listened to her stuff, but there's nothing that I know of in particular that I can say, hey, go check this out. All right, that's it for me. I'm wrapping it up. I'm going to shut up now because I literally have talked about music as long as I talked about the project. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for spending your time with me. And until next time, everybody, see ya. Bye.